Today guys, we are talking about the top 3 hollow bodied irons that you can get on the market at the moment. These are my top 3, but in which order will I go? So guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to an interesting video today regarding probably the most popular range of irons. So they're probably the most common selling, the most used clubs for everyday golfers, and these are hollow bodied clubs. These are your irons that look a little bit more touring inspired, so look that little bit sleeker over the top of the ball, but we've got all the forgiveness and we're getting all the power from them being hollow bodied and from them having all the technology in there to help you get your forgiveness as well as your performance. So we're going to be testing them today, and for me, obviously in this kind of range, it is very much down to obviously looks, it's also down to performance, but then obviously it's thinking about what are these clubs doing for you and how much are they costing you. So in at number 3 for me is the i525. Again, this can come in different lofts, so we can get it with retro lofts, we can get it with stronger lofts, and we can get it with ultra strong lofts. For me, a fantastic looking club. Down at the golf ball, just screams out ping. To me, looks exactly as I would expect over that golf ball, as you'll see on screen now. Again, what we're going to start to see from this is that we can fit it for you. So if you're somebody who wants obviously that tall looking iron, but you need a little bit more distance, you might go for the stronger lofted option. You're still going to get the height from it being hollow bodied and designing to launch that little bit higher, but we're also then going to be getting the distance from those stronger lofts, so you're not going to be falling too far back from your playing partners. And again, for me, sound, we know what we should expect from ping. Let's see. Launch nice and low there, just a little bit out to the right, that was more me, but not a perfect strike, but that has reached the green. So very interesting into the wind here from 165, that has still carried that bunker. Not the greatest strike for me. One thing, and the reason why this isn't at number 3, we've got that much forgiveness, I couldn't really tell where I hit that ball on the face, and for me, obviously, unless I've got some dew on the ground or I've got a mark from the grass, very hard for me to get feedback, but a fantastic option because of that sleeker looking profile. I'm then going to go in with the T200 as my number 2 club here, and the reason being, Titleist are very much the brand where a lot of people and a lot of members and a lot of people I speak to who play golf every weekend, they're afraid of Titleist because they think it's the players brand. They see it as nice and sleek, they see it as blades, they see it as CBs. They don't start to see obviously this end of the spectrum with clubs. But we now have obviously the T350s out there, we have the T200s, we have a lot of forgiveness, we have hollow body clubs, and they're starting to obviously involve a lot more range of golfers. And for me, down at the golf balls, as you can expect from Titleist, very sleek looking, looks a little bit of a shorter blade length. Again, the chrome finish a little bit less industrial than the ping. For me, looks nice, looks smart. Obviously in the bag they're going to look very good because they are a great looking iron, but again, obviously feel wise, how do they feel? Again, a nice lower flight, just turning onto the left hand side. For me there, felt a little bit softer than the i525s, but a little bit better strike, so obviously it's going to feel softer. For me, obviously there, I am impressed with the turf interaction. That actually moved through the turf a little bit better. You can see it's got ever so slightly a thinner sole on there. We know Ping still wants to go for forgiveness, having that little bit of a thicker bottom edge. But my number 1 is the P790. I was lucky enough to go out to LA last year and try these at the TaylorMade headquarters. And again, for me, these tick so many boxes. Obviously behind the golf ball, they sit very nice. We've got a little bit of offset. Obviously I haven't talked about offset on the previous 2 clubs because it's minimal. Here, certainly when we get the P790, we've got that little bit of offset. That's certainly going to help a few more golfers who slice the golf ball. For me, down behind the ball, yes, this is probably the thicker top edge of the 3 clubs, but for me that still isn't off-putting because it still looks like a premium club. So we know they've got the P770s, which might be in one of my reviews when we talk about lower handicapper golfers. Again, slightly stronger lofted, these clubs, but we know with TaylorMade, they've been absolutely flying with their iron department, and more so with the hollow body designs than their other models. Certainly launched a lot higher, felt much softer off the face. That's the best shot, that's the best swing, and that's nice and close to the flag. And for me though, it's very interesting. You've got to think, when we think about TaylorMade, I certainly do think P790, P770 has been there. The best clubs that they've got on there, and they're the ones where they do seem to be thriving. Obviously, if you think about Ping, a lot of people will instantly go the Ping 430 irons, so again, the most forgiving. We'll often think with Ping and push it towards higher handicapper golfers. We then go, like we mentioned, Titleist, and we start to think, oh, those are the players' irons, those are your blades, those are your CBs, those are your Vokey wedges. So TaylorMade have kind of here got the market for me. And if we talk about other companies out there, Callaway have got the Paradigm range. For me, they are a little bit bigger top edge. They look to me more like your higher handicapper golf club. Again, if we then talk about Tacoma, again, they've got fantastic options you'll have seen previously in last week's video. With beginner irons, the 101 irons were certainly up there. The 101 tees, I've used those previously. Again, they do feel fantastic, have less offset, and are directed towards this kind of market. Again, the hollow body design, a little bit cheaper, straight to consumer, but TaylorMade for me are leading. So guys, comment below, what clubs do you have hollow body that can beat the P790? We are going to be getting out here with mid-handicap Dave and seeing what he rates as his top three, as he will be hitting them slightly different to me. So I want to hit one more shot into the green, but for me at the moment, TaylorMade really have a niche in this area of the market. And have you got these clubs? Have you tried them? Or have you got something better? One more shot, P790, 170 yards. That's straight at the flag. Not the best shot there, a little bit of a miss hit. I'm going to zoom in now, show you where that is, and that for me is why TaylorMade are winning so far.